I recently played my first game at Ashgrove golf course on a very cold and windy morning, paired up with an absolute gentleman named Garrett, who didn't seem to mind that I was filming. And I probably fooled him into thinking that I was worth filming with that tee shot. Second shot, not too bad either. No warm-up needed here. That was a 4-iron. This, I think, I don't know, pitching wedge or something, but I'm playing out of my skin, dude.
I'm playing out of
My playing partner did have a slower start than I did, so I was sort of apologizing for how well I was doing. And I suppose you can call the rest of this hole empathy, because I blew it. 2 over. I'm aiming straight on this one, and I slice it so badly. Would it have mattered if I knew there was a water hazard? I don't know. My videographer made her return for this game, but was out of position for a few shots here. The dropped shot didn't land far from the green, but it was in really deep rough anyway, so I had to hag it out of there, and that took a couple shots, and then took a couple putts to finally put it away, and I end up with a triple bogey. So, we need to regroup. We need to recenter here and make a better start, and that's what happens.
He's back.
Over the water, easily, and into putting territory, though I probably put a little bit too much on this one. It's a par putt, and I have an excuse here. There was a hole previously in that spot I pointed to that the ground was a little bit raised, but look, at this point I'll take a bogey. This hole has a bit of an S-shape bend to the right, and I thought I'd hit it too far here, but I think it might have bounced off a tree and then landed back in the fairway, more or less. And then this was a 4-iron shot that I slightly hooked, slapped that one through the trees, but at least it's in the right direction. And chipping up to a big green, but obviously a big slope there to contend with. Putting from the other end of the green, or perhaps just off it, and send it all the way back down from where it came from. Decided to putt back up, and fortunately made it to the green again. Saving a double bogey would have been treated like a victory there, but not quite close enough, and it's a triple bogey. Mr. Cool comes out for the next hole. Backwards cap Mr. Cool drives one right down the pipe, the half pipe. It actually did come down off a bank and into the center of the fairway, and my hat was only backwards because of the wind blowing so hard. So I've actually done pretty well here, and a putt onto the green will take us close for a par opportunity. Just as I was explaining to my playing partner about my grandpa golf style, and I go and just make a fool of myself with that putt, but it's a bogey, so not too bad. We've seen worse today, and we're about to see it again. This one. Oh, straight in the sand. And then out of the bunker I've thinned it completely, as you can tell by my reaction, all the way over on the other side, and I've got company. These two asked if they could watch. I said, I don't think you want to. Well, I was right and I was wrong about that, because it was a bad shot, but they found it hilarious, so got what they wanted, while I was left to pick up the pieces, finally getting it up onto the green and putting away a second putt for another triple bogey. This hole starts in the same place as hole 5. And I only use the driver because that's the only club I've been playing well with, and it didn't work. Neither did the 5-iron.
I was trying to avoid by going flat.
That was meant to get under those tree branches. So all we could do from here was pop it out onto the fairway. And try to save some strokes on this hole. Not a bad approaching shot onto the green, and the putt. Too much, but hey, didn't want to leave wondering. That one, I gotta wonder what I was trying to do with that. Just terrible. Finally finished it. Another triple bogey. Alright, well how about some good golf then? How about some good golf on the toughest hole on the course? Possibly only did the front 9, but we made it over this water hazard in the middle, which tempts you into laying up, but not for me. Drive straight over the top, bunker either side of the green there, and I split them, go a little bit far, but the chip is nice. It looks like it's heading in for a second, but not quite. We have a par putt, which sneaks in. We finally have a par. Thank you. That took too long. So now we find ourselves at the final hole, and I picked up the wrong club before I made my way over to the tee, and then decided not to change the club, and that was the wrong idea.
Oh, way too far.
To be honest, I moved this ball from an unplayable lie to a slightly less playable lie, which you just saw play out there, and you can hear the noises, you can see the wind. This is not ideal. I managed to get it up onto the green, and I mean, I don't think professionals need to deal with wood chipping in the background, so I feel like not taking a stroke on that isn't the worst thing I've done. Double bogey on the final hole, 18 over altogether, and if nothing else, I think I've left myself a beatable score for the next time I return to Ashgrove.